My name is Elliot Alexander, and I'll be reading from The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. I picked this book because it's one of my favorite books, and also I feel that it has very important themes of standing up for what you believe is right and not just doing what the government says necessarily. Okay. I protect Prim in every way I can. I'm powerless against the reaping. The anguish I feel when she's in pain wells up in my chest and threatens to register on my face. I notice her blouse is pulled out of her skirt in the back and force myself to stay calm. Tuck in your tail in, little duck, I say, smoothing the blouse back in place. Prim giggles and gives me a small quack. Quack yourself, I say with a light laugh, the kind that only Prim can draw out of me. Come on, let's eat, I say, and plant a quick kiss on the top of her head. And then I'm going to skip a little ways. Taking kids from the districts and forcing them to kill one another while we watch. This is the Capitol's way of reminding us how we are totally at their mercy, how little chance we would stand of surviving another rebellion. Whatever words you use, the real message is clear. Look how we take your children and sacrifice them, and there's nothing you can do. If you lift a finger, we will destroy every last one of you, just like we did in District 13. To make it humiliating as well as torturous, the Capitol requires us to treat the Hunger Games like a festivity, a sporting event, even pitting every district against each other. The last tribute alive receives the lives of ease back home, and their district will be showered with prizes, largely consisting of food. All year, the Capitol will show the winning district gifts of grain and oil, even delicacies like sugar, while the rest of us battle starvation. It is both a time of repentance and a time for thanks, intones the mayor. Then he reads the list of District 12 victors. In 74 years, we have had exactly 2, and only one is still alive, Hamish Abernathy, a paunchy, middle-aged man who at the moment appears to be hollering something unintelligible, staggers on the stage and falls into the third tier. He's drunk. Very. The crowd responds in its token applause, and he's confused and tries to give Effie Trinket a big hug, which she barely manages to fend off. The mayor looks distressed. Since all of this is being televised, right now District 12 is a laughingstock of Panem, and he knows it. He quickly tries to pull the attention back to the reaping by introducing Effie Trinket. Bright and bubbly as ever, Effie Trinket trots into the podium and gives her signature, "Happy Hunger Games, and may the odds be ever in your favor." Her pink hair must be a wig because her curls have shifted slightly off-center since her encounter with Hamish. She goes on a bit about what an honor it is to be there, although everyone knows she's aching to get bumped to a better district where they have proper victors, not drunks, who molest you in front of the entire nation. Through the crowd, I spot Gale looking back at me with a ghost of a smile. As reapings go, this one at least has a slight entertainment factor. But suddenly, I'm thinking of Gale and his 42 names in the big glass ball and how the odds are not in his favor. Not compared to a lot of the boys. And maybe he's thinking the same thing about me, because his face darkens and he turns away. But there are still 1,000 slips, I wish I could whisper to him. It's time for the drawing, Effie Trinket says, as she always does. Ladies first! And crosses the glass ball with the girls' names. She reaches in, digs her hand deep into the ball, and pulls out a slip of paper. The crowd draws in a collective breath, and then you can hear a pin drop. And I'm feeling nauseous, and so desperately hoping it's not me, that it's not me. Effie Trinket crosses back to the podium, smooths out the slip of paper, and reads out the name in a clear voice. And it's not me. It's Primrose Everdeen.